Hi, it's Heather Clifford with eXp Realty here in beautiful Comox Valley and the Campbell River area with your real estate market update for the end of November 2022. In today's presentation, I'm going to talk a little bit about a couple of items to do with real estate and the government and things that will be happening in the new year of 2023. And I also want to talk a little bit about the buyers that purchased without home inspections in the last couple of years and people that have their home on the market for sale right now. Stay with me. I have a presentation I've put together for you. Okay, here we are with my presentation update for November 2022. First of all, I want to talk about a couple of really important updates that are coming in the new year. And the first one in particular is the buyer's rescission period, also acronymed as HBRP. And some of you have been hearing about this on the news, of course, and it's going to start in early January. Now, the verdict is out at this point on how it's going to affect either the buyer or the seller, but basically it's going to allow the buyer a 3-day rescinding period from when they have an accepted offer. And the point behind the 3 days is it's 3 business days, full business days. So if you get an accepted offer on, say, Wednesday night, the seller might not know if they actually have a buyer in place until the following week on the Monday or Tuesday. So these are things that we have to keep in mind, that we're going to have to educate ourselves, the buyers and the sellers on coming in the next month. The other item on the table is David Eby, our new Premier of BC, is really moving forward fast with the housing initiatives in order to get more housing on the market for renters, for people to purchase at affordability. And one of the interesting things, I was talking to my colleagues up in Whistler, is they said that some pieces of land, parcels of land, are going to be allowed to have 3 dwellings on it. And this is not in stone as of yet. Of course, this is all rolling out in the new year. But the other item is that the government will be able to override municipalities. And I don't know if that's in fact what's going to happen, but it's very interesting. And I certainly, with a lot of land on the market for sale myself, I am waiting to find out how this is going to look for potential sellers and buyers. I wanted to talk to the people that purchased homes in the last couple of years and they never had a home inspection on the property. It is never too late to have your home inspected. And the reason behind home inspections is not to kill a real estate deal, but it's more to allow the buyer to understand the things in that property that are going to need to be maintained, updated, keep an eye on, all kinds of different reasons, because a house as it ages, it needs to be kept. And the more that you take care of items, and there's so many different areas, whether it's the attic, whether it's the crawl space, whether it's painting, the trim on the outside, these are the items that kill real estate deals. And if you purchased a property and you did not have a home inspection, I would advise that you call a home inspector, get a quote on how much it's going to cost you, and let them come into your property and have a look around. Don't be afraid of what you're going to find out. It's better to know the devil in the details ahead of time before you put your property on the market. I always tell my sellers to get into that crawl space, get upstairs into the attic and have a look around, look at where the vents come out in the bathroom, whatnot, to make sure it's well ventilated and that you don't have mold starting to grow. It happens on a lot of properties, and it's an easy fix, but it's also something that can scare a buyer away. These are a couple of things that you might want to look into. Here we have our Vancouver Island real estate update for the end of October, and we're looking at single-family detached homes. Our active listings are down over last month, and it is taking longer to sell properties today. It's taking almost 2 months, and that is up almost a week more than previous month. Our sales, we've had 249 detached home sales, which is pretty similar to last month at 241. In the condo market, we've got 314 active listings, and it was just a little bit higher in October. So mostly what we're seeing is detached housing. Even the townhouse market is very similar to what it was in the last month. Here's our benchmark pricing as we go across the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board's areas. They do not do Greater Victoria, but we're looking at Campbell River now, sitting at 679,300, Comox Valley 829,800, Nanaimo 811,200. And the one area that hasn't really been moving much is the Port Alberni area at 566,300. That is still a very affordable market for a lot of buyers. What I've noticed in the Campbell River, Comox Valley area is that we are down over last month about $30,000 to $35,000. Erica Kavanagh, our 2022 Vancouver Island Real Estate Board Chair, said that buyers and sellers need to be realistic and flexible about their prices right now and develop a winning strategy with their real estate agent on how to sell their property. It is no doubt that the housing market is quiet because it is approaching the end of the year, but moreover that, we are probably quiet because interest rates keep going up. I mean, think about it. Since the beginning of the year, we have had 6 interest rate increases, and that is certainly going to affect a lot of our buyers, especially the first-time buyers and people that are having to refinance their properties. I asked my niece when she was visiting me a couple of weeks ago if she had tied in on her variable rate, and I was crossing my fingers as she said, yes, she did that months ago when I mentioned it to her. So thank goodness. I hope that you too were able to secure a good rate. Who are our buyers and sellers today? Well, one of the things that I'm still seeing a lot of is estate sales. And unfortunately, someone is passing away and the family estate is going on the market. We're also seeing a lot more people going into senior housing or moving in with the family. We have divorces that are going on. We have people transferring in and out of the area, and we have fewer and fewer first-time buyers coming into the marketplace right now. I love to look at this little market watch. I always do a week over week. This is November, looking back at October. And just like the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board just showed us, our listings are down a little bit. Our pending sales are up, which creates less product on the market, and a lot of price decreases. I know that I have done a couple myself on my listings. Here's our summary for October 2022. The Campbell River area saw just about the same amount of sales in September as it did in October. But a year ago today, we were 44% higher in the sales. So yes, we're down 44%. Comox Valley, we had less sales in October than we did in September. And same thing, 44% down over a year ago this time. And you can have a look at the average sale price, which is not the benchmark price, but it is the average sale price. October, we are sitting at 691,110 in Campbell River, and in the Comox Valley, 717,192. Now, having said that, I really have to stress that these numbers do not contain waterfront properties or acreages, and that they really reflect the overall number of sales in the marketplace. So it does not necessarily reflect your own property. You would need to have a specialist, a real estate agent come in and analyze a market evaluation for you to find that out. Condo market. Well, in October, we are down at 414,200 overall on Vancouver Island. In Campbell River, it's a little lower than that at 359,200, and that is down slightly from a month ago. And Comox Valley sitting at 426,100, and that too is down from the previous month. Townhome market overall on Vancouver Island, not including Victoria, we're at 583,900. For the Campbell River area, we're sitting at 542,100 for a townhome today. That is the benchmark price. And a month ago, it was a little bit higher. And the same thing goes for Comox Valley. We're at 573,300. And just a month ago, we were sitting at 588,700. And you can go right from 3 months to 5 years ago in this slide. You're welcome to stop the presentation and have a closer look either on townhomes if you are in a townhome, or in apartments, condos, if that's what you own. And of course, on the detached housing, you might want to stop the presentation and have a better look at those numbers as well. I have had a significant price reduction on my new listing on Ensign, and that is a beautiful area in the Comox at $1,025,000. This is a 3-bedroom rancher style with beautiful vaulted ceilings, gorgeous floors, and it also has a bonus room upstairs, tons of parking, RV parking, boat parking. It is a wonderful, beautiful property to look at. My house on Pritchard has been reduced down to $842,000. This is also a 3-bedroom. This home has been lovingly owned and updated over the years. It is wheelchair accessible, walker accessible, and it's a lovely property as well. I am going to take off the market my 18 acres on Camco Road, as well as the 10 acres on Lake Trail Road. And I'm taking it off because I talked to the executors of this estate and I said, we're not having any showings right now, so why don't we take it off the market and see what David Eby is up to with his announcement, and maybe in the spring we'll put those properties back on the market. I still have my lot on Coleman on the market. They did reduce that to $525,000 for just under an acre. It's pretty close to the Bates Beach area. It is a lovely area and a beautiful piece of property that has 2 road frontages. So I talked to the Ministry of Transportation, and they said that they would certainly welcome anyone to put their driveway on Loxley, which is not far off of the Coleman Road as well. I have an accepted offer on my other new listing on Panorama Crescent. We just had our home inspection done, 2 thumbs up. We are now waiting for the buyer to get their financing. Choquette Place, we had subjects removed on this property, so it is now sold. It was our half duplex we had on the market. I have a wonderful new listing coming in Campbell River. Now, if you're looking for a home with a 2-bedroom suite plus 3 bedrooms upstairs, completely renovated, and an extra separate workshop area with a full bath. So this is quite a package. It's going to come on the market under $800,000, and we will see that on the market by the end of November and into early December. Once again, if you have purchased a property in the last couple of years without a home inspection, I do recommend that you call a home inspector and you get your property inspected so you know what needs to be done to keep it safe as well as up to date for when you're ready to sell. Well, thank you very much for your time today. I'm always available to help you with your real estate needs. If you'd like to know what the value of your property is today, reach out to me and I will put together a market evaluation for you. Take care of yourself as we start heading into the holiday season.